If you've ever wondered just how fast humans can fly, you're in for a ride. We're about to count down the 10 fastest aircraft ever built, each one faster than the last. These machines broke records, pushed boundaries, and changed the world of aviation forever. So, without wasting a second, let's dive straight into the action. Coming in at number 10, the Concorde was a marvel of commercial aviation, able to reach speeds of 1,354 miles per hour. Weighing in at about 408,000 pounds fully loaded, this supersonic passenger jet revolutionized air travel when it was introduced in 1976. It was the only commercial aircraft to fly faster than the speed of sound, cutting flight times in half for transatlantic trips. Although Concorde was retired in 2003, its legacy of speed remains unmatched in the world of passenger aviation. One of the most iconic features of the Concorde was its droop nose, which lowered during takeoff and landing to improve the pilot's visibility. The aircraft could only carry 92 to 128 passengers, but those who flew on it described the experience as luxurious and unforgettable. Interestingly, it flew so high, at 60,000 feet, that passengers could see the curvature of the Earth. However, the sonic boom generated by its supersonic speeds limited its routes primarily to transatlantic flights. At number 9 is the Sukhoi Su-27, a Russian fighter aircraft with a top speed of 1,550 miles per hour. Weighing around 51,800 pounds, this aircraft was introduced in 1985 to the Soviet Union's air forces. Today, it's one of the primary aircraft of the Russian Air Force and is also flown by countries like China, India, and Indonesia. The Su-27 was originally developed in response to the American F-15 fighter jet, and after several refinements, it became a dominant air superiority fighter, known for its agility and strength. The Su-27 became famous for its agility, especially its ability to perform complex aerobatic maneuvers like the Cobra, where the aircraft suddenly raises its nose to a near vertical angle and then levels out again without losing altitude. This maneuver showcased the Su-27's impressive control and stability at low speeds. It was also heavily exported to various countries, and its design has been adapted into several variants, making it a key player in air forces around the world even today. At number 8 is the McCoy Mig 31, with a maximum speed of 1,860 miles per hour. Weighing approximately 101,000 pounds, this Soviet-designed interceptor was introduced in the 1980s and is still in use today. The MiG-31 was built to defend against high-speed threats like cruise missiles and bombers. With its powerful radar and ability to fly at high altitudes, the MiG-31 remains a crucial part of Russia's defense forces. The MiG-31 was one of the first aircraft in the world to be equipped with a phased array radar, allowing it to detect and track multiple targets at once from long distances. It can engage targets beyond visual range and is even capable of intercepting cruise missiles and satellites in low Earth orbit. Despite being an older aircraft, the MiG-31 has been continuously updated with modern technology, keeping it relevant in the Russian Air Force. Next, at number 7, we have the F-15E Strike Eagle, which can hit speeds of 1,875 miles per hour. This fighter weighs in at around 81,000 pounds when fully loaded. Introduced in the 1980s, the F-15E is known for its versatility, capable of performing air-to-air combat as well as ground attacks. With its impressive speed and advanced avionics, the F-15E remains one of the top fighters in the world today, continuing to serve in air forces worldwide. The F-15E has been a key component of the U.S. Air Force's operations for decades, particularly due to its multi-role capabilities. One of its most notable moments came during Operation Desert Storm, where it successfully carried out deep strike missions while avoiding enemy radar. The aircraft is equipped with the latest radar and targeting systems, allowing it to engage targets with pinpoint accuracy, even in adverse weather conditions. Its sheer longevity and adaptability are a testament to its engineering excellence. At number 6 is the XB7 Valkyrie, a Cold War-era bomber that could fly at 2,056 miles per hour. With a weight of 542,000 pounds fully loaded, this enormous aircraft was designed to outrun enemy interceptors at high altitudes. Introduced in the early 1960s, it was part of the U.S. strategy to develop supersonic bombers. However, the rise of missile technology rendered the Valkyrie less useful, and its development was canceled after just 2 prototypes were built. One of the Valkyrie's unique features was its wingtips, which could fold down during high-speed flight to increase stability and reduce drag. The aircraft was designed to cruise at Mach 3 for long distances. But the development of more advanced surface-to-air missiles made high-speed bombers less relevant. In a tragic incident in 1966, one of the 2 prototypes collided with an escort plane during a test flight, leading to its destruction and further limiting the program's future. Taking the 5th spot is the Lockheed YF12, with a top speed of 2,070 miles per hour. This aircraft weighed 127,000 pounds and was developed as an interceptor version of the A-12. Although it never went into full production, the YF-12 set speed and altitude records during the 1960s. It provided valuable data that later contributed to the development of the iconic SR71 Blackbird. The YF-12's role as an interceptor was closely related to its advanced AIM-47 missiles, which could engage targets over 100 miles away. This was revolutionary for its time, allowing the YF-12 to intercept high-speed bombers and reconnaissance planes long before they could reach their targets. Although it never entered mass production, the YF-12 was key to developing long-range, high-speed intercept technology that the U.S. later applied to other aircraft programs. Moving on to number 4, we have the Bell X-2 Starbuster, an experimental aircraft that reached a top speed of 2,094 miles per hour. This lightweight research plane weighed just 24,655 pounds and was used by the U.S. Air Force in the 1950s to study flight at Mach 2 and above. Although the X-2 pushed the boundaries of speed, the program ended after a tragic accident claimed the life of one of its test pilots in 1956. The Bell X-2 was one of the first aircraft designed to explore flight at altitudes above 100,000 feet, pushing the boundaries of high-altitude flight. Pilots wore specialized pressure suits similar to what astronauts would later use, as the conditions at such altitudes were extremely harsh. The X-2 provided crucial data on shockwave behavior at high speeds, which later influenced the development of future supersonic and hypersonic aircraft. At number 3 is the MiG-25 Foxbat, capable of reaching 2,190 miles per hour. With a weight of 80,400 pounds, this Soviet aircraft was introduced in the 1960s to intercept fast, high-flying American bombers. The MiG-25 was one of the fastest jets ever built, but its high speeds often caused damage to its engines. Despite these limitations, the MiG-25 remained in service for many years and played a significant role during the Cold War. The MiG-25 was largely made of stainless steel instead of aluminum, which was a rarity for fighter jets. This was due to the extreme heat generated at Mach 3 speeds. Although its avionics were considered outdated compared to Western counterparts, its sheer speed made it a threat. During the Cold War, it was mistakenly believed to be an air superiority fighter, causing the U.S. to accelerate the development of the F-15 to counter what was perceived as a superior Soviet jet. At number 2 is the legendary SR71 Blackbird, which could fly at an incredible 2,193 miles per hour. Weighing 170,000 pounds when fully loaded, this aircraft was designed for high-speed reconnaissance missions at altitudes over 85,000 feet. Introduced in the 1960s, the SR-71 served for over 30 years and was known for its ability to outrun enemy missiles. Even today, no other jet-powered aircraft has matched its speed. One of the most fascinating facts about the SR-71 is that it actually became faster the higher it flew, due to the thinner air and reduced drag. Its skin was made of titanium, which was so expensive that the U.S. had to secretly source the material from the Soviet Union during the Cold War. The SR-71 also leaked fuel on the ground because the metal would expand during flight, sealing the tanks only when it reached its high operating speeds. Despite these quirks, the SR-71 remains one of the most iconic aircraft ever built. Finally, at number 1, we have the North American X-15, the fastest aircraft ever flown. with a mind-blowing top speed of 4,520 miles per hour. This rocket-powered aircraft weighed 34,000 pounds and was flown by NASA test pilots between 1959 and 1968. The X-15 wasn't just fast. It reached the edge of space and returned safely, paving the way for future space exploration. The X-15 was responsible for pushing the envelope of both speed and altitude. In fact, some of its pilots technically became astronauts, as the aircraft reached altitudes beyond 50 miles, the boundary of space. It also provided valuable data for NASA's future space programs, including the Apollo missions. The X-15 program produced numerous records, and its speed of Mach 6.7 remains the fastest manned aircraft speed ever recorded. Although it was retired in 1968, its legacy lives on in every modern space vehicle that followed. And there you have it, the fastest aircraft ever. Each one set new records and pushed aviation to new heights. Which was your favorite? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.